have my phone. Go ahead.
You good and ready now?
Yep. I was like over here when you started.
Hey everybody, so far we've really enjoyed listening to Chinchilla, and so have you. And you actually recommended that we listen to her song, Fingers. So here we go.
Probably saw me let go. Panicked and you said hello. Swallowing the words you say. You know I'm not okay. Blame me till I ran cold. Now you're coming back for more. You know me, you know I'll cave. But scars will never fade. So meet me 2:00, the same as always. Favorite spot. One by one, I'll cut your fingers clean off, so you can never pull me down. One by one, I'll box them up, scream murder. Now you can never hurt no one. So tell me where your gun gone, and tell me is the fun gone. Whoa, maybe I should shed a tear, 'cause this was me last year. So meet me late at night when no one hears us. I won't bite.
Who done it?
Yeah, where's Tim Curry when you need him?
Was it Colonel Mustard?
It was Colonel Mustard with the hammer in the conservatory. This is really interesting. Very all over the place. Very creative. That's what I'm looking for. It's just so impactful. Each scene is so meticulously crafted. From the costumes, to the backgrounds, to the color schemes, to the facial expressions, to the way she moves her hands, to the way she moves her eyes.
The video is very engrossing. Mm-hmm. It's hard to catch the lyrics. It's hard to catch the lyrics and the meaning that she's going for when there's so much going on the screen. And it's not like anything in particular is happening, but she's put so much effort into each character, and each character has their own scene with its own color scheme. And it feels very Clue, and you can tell she definitely took inspiration from Clue, but it's like, whoa, you put effort into this.
Yeah, it's very stark. Like, it just really stands out. Well, the one line that I did catch especially was where she says, "One by one, I'll cut off your fingers.
So you can't pull me down.
So you can't pull me down. So you can't drag me down." Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's conceptually speaking, a very interesting... I mean, it reminds me a little bit of like somebody breaking away from, say, like an unhealthy relationship with like their parents or something like that. Now, the image is like quite grotesque, right? But the idea
Especially
of like,
with
I'm going to solve my problem by like tackling it one bit at a time, you know, rather than like I'm just cutting off everything to the world. It's like I'm cutting all the strings that bind me, you know, but when you talk about cutting fingers instead of cutting ropes, it's a lot more visceral. It's a lot more shocking almost, you know. It's like, whoa, okay, we're talking about chopping fingers off, but it's not like cut off your hand Luke Skywalker style and being done with it. It's like, I'm going to chop your fingers one at a time so you can't pull me down.
Yeah, and people don't like to think of themselves as pulling their friends or loved ones down, but there are definitely a lot of situations where people do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Couple things. Pretty sure she's not a baker. Pretty sure she's a cocaine addict. Two. Really cool vocal thing that she's doing right here, where she's singing the note and then it gives it this almost psychotic feel, the way she's like, she jumps at the last note, clean up, you know, and it, I've heard this method used a lot actually in BTS. They use this vocal method a lot, but it's used in different contexts. But in this context, especially when you throw in the facial expressions and all of the cocaine and everything,
and her motions are so jerky,
right? It gives it like a psychotic feel to it when it does that. It's almost like I'm breaking, you know, and it's a nice pairing of vocal technique with visuals and lyrics together to get the whole feel of the music. And that's really, that shows a lot of artistry when you are pairing all these things together, not just merely having a background to sing a song in front of. So this is very well done. Very well done.
So you can never pull me down. One by one, I'll box them up, scream mud. Now you can never hurt no one. And if I were you, I wouldn't wanna fall asleep. 'Cause karma's coming back for you, and she's in the shape of me.
It's funny, and I know I'm pausing in the middle of the lyrics here, but I was just caught up by the video. She's eating money. It's American money, but she's British. So I don't know if a lot of people caught that. Just wanted to point that out.
I noticed that it was American money, but I didn't think about her being British.
Yeah. Rewind it a little bit.
Oh, there's the money eating.
Say karma's coming back for you? Is that the word?
Karma's
coming back for you, and
she's in the shape of me. Yeah.
This is a creepy song.
Yes, it is.
The emotions and the facial expressions that she uses throughout this takes it from really good to most excellent. Like, that's really where it comes in. These jerky movements, these like psychotic eyes, you know, the hands, the fingers, and what's really cool too is when on this last chorus, she adds in another vocal track on top of it, which gives it more dimension, gives it more body, pulls you in even more, you know? But that line, like, karma's coming for you and she's in the shape of me, it's like, oh man, like, watch yourself, you know?
And it says, I would be worried going to sleep.
If I were you?
Yeah. If I were you, yeah. One thing that I noticed that she did really well is each color, not all of them, some she did better than others, but each color had a different excess of personality that can be exposed when someone is losing it. So you've got the pink personality where she's tearing at the dolls and playing with the broken dolls, which you see in like more violent children if they're doing a lot of that kind of damaging, destructive play on purpose.
Or girls who get broken up with.
Or girls who get broken up with. You can see it as like a potential bad sign for future violence, right? Or you have the white one was cutting herself and like looking really high as she did it. Might have been the crack.
I think it was the crack.
It was the crack.
Yeah.
Or then you had the red one with obvious suicidal thoughts with the gun to her own head. The green one, I didn't see it. The yellow one, the greed, the eating of the money, and this persona being put off of don't get in my way or you will die, like a mob boss type, right? And she did such a good job with all those personas showing a different excess that can lead to harm to someone else. was extremely well thought out. She put a lot of effort into that.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's not like it looked like it was a massive production. It didn't look like it was this huge production team doing it, right? Like these were single close camera sets, so they were fairly small.
Right.
And I would bet she's doing a lot of her own stuff, a lot of her own production, her own, not production, producing, and a lot of her own ideas putting forth on this, especially with the acting job that she put in there. You would really think that the ideas were coming from her. I respect people who have this much artistic capability, this much creativity and ability to put it in front of you in a way that is like visceral. This wasn't something that strikes you as like, wow, that was so happy and great.
That's nice. It was creepy and engrossing.
It's like watching a horror film.
But it like a horror. It like sucks you in, and then at the end you're like, could somebody turn on the lights to the stairs for me, please? Yeah.
I'm not allowed to actually touch this stuff.
Chase isn't allowed to touch things on the wall. Sad. Anyway, very impressed with this. Very artistic. Is it, like you said, is it a happy, like, party song? Like, no. It's a human feeling, creepy, like, emotional, like, pulling song. And it's good. It's really good.
Yeah,
so,
that was
impressive.
Glad
we took this recommendation.
It was striking. It was a great recommendation. So hit us with more recommendations that you think we'll like if we liked this one.
Yeah.
Because that was cool.
Amen.
If you liked this song.
And it will.
If you liked this song, you will probably like our reaction to Ren & Chinchilla's
How to Be Me. Let's do that one. That was a good one.
Yep.
Though, of course, this is reminiscent of Chalk Outlines. Because there's Chalk Outlines.
Because there's a Chalk Outline on this
Yeah, you know. So, I don't know. They're both really good. Go check them both out. We probably have a Ren & Chinchilla playlist. Or a Ren playlist that has Chinchilla songs on. I don't know. Anyways, we'll see you guys later. Subscribe. Thank you. We love you.